What's going on, melon farmers? D-Mac back with another episode of the Sault Ste. Marie Snow franchise mode for NHL 21. If you haven't already, scroll down and hit that button. And in this one, we're doing year 4, starting with the year 4 off season. We're going to take a really quick look at the draft board, where we will see who we got here. We got a first round pick, which is the 4th overall pick. We have a second round pick, which is going to be a great one. And then we got a 5th, 6th, and a 7th. So we did trade away a couple of our picks partway through there. This is going to be a massive offseason because after last year, I thought we actually built a pretty relatively good team, but we just couldn't seem to get it done, man. We missed the playoffs. We got the 4th overall pick in a year that I really thought we were going to completely take over, and we were going to have this big playoff run, and then it just never happened, right? So watch listed, Connor Bedard is ranked 5th in this draft. We have the 4th overall pick, and I actually really want to go for Connor Bedard. So that is exactly what we're going to do. Big, medium elite, center sniper. Could be him and Thatcher Lewis, man. Sniper playmaker. That could be the faces of the franchise. You know what I mean? And then after that, we have got an early second round pick. I was looking at Kalle Lindgren, who is another sniper, no weakness, 3 years out, low elite potential. So he's probably 64, 65 overall, low elite, 18 years old. And he's a big boy, man. Kalle Lindgren looking real solid. After that, we've got Michael Corson, another right winger, could be a sniper. He's probably a sniper. 3 years out. After that, what else do we got? Owen Hendrickson, who is a left winger, could be a two-way forward. No weakness, 3 years out, but he could be medium top 9. It's hard to say. But anyway, I really am leaning towards going for Kalle Lindgren and going for Connor Bedard. And then after that, our next pick is going to be up in the 120s, up even to 130, and then one every 30 picks from there. So we're going to take a really quick look down here. We have nobody even watch listed down there. So I do want to go view draft class. Like I said, this one, in the last episode, I felt like I was kind of rushed. I kind of felt like I was not being rushed, but I kind of felt like I was rushed to make the video a little shorter, and it was like, I don't want to do that again, kind of thing, So Aino Mikola, I like the name. He's 6'3", 205, 18 years old. Probably is a power forward, yes. So he's injury prone. That's the only bad thing, right? 5 years out, injury prone. What else do we got, right? Isaiah DeFazio. I love that name. That's unbelievable. He's got leadership ability. It's the skating that's bad, but I'm not as worried about it now because it is a simulation franchise mode. You know what I mean? He could very well be 3 years out. He's a fantastic leader. I really like him for our 5th round pick, you know what I mean? And then we got Richard Galvis. He's a sniper. He is a sniper. Okay. Good character, good work ethic, good compete level, bad skater. He looks like he's at least 5 years out. So he's probably one of those guys that's 50 overall. Ronnie Rissmiller. What is he? Bad mobility. They're all bad skaters down here, We got UC Martikainen, a hybrid goaltender, good work ethic, good compete level, 5 years out. It says AHL starter. You never know. I'll take a look at him anyway. What else we got? Ranveer Gilshane. What a name. I love that. Bad senses. Oh my goodness. That's terrible. Physically, he is a monster. He's 3 years out. Could be low elite. Very doubtful he's low elite. More like low top 6 forward kind of thing. But he's another one. You take a look at him, right? And now we go down. We're just going to take a look and see what else we got. Maybe we could trade for Ahmad Bright Cruz. Ahmad Bright Cruz, is that his name? What is with the fantastic names down here, man? And I'm not being sarcastic. These names are absolutely fantastic. I love them. Alec Burke, he's a defenseman. He's injury prone. He lacks grit, which is not the greatest thing in the world. But he is someone we could look at for our, what would that be, 6th round pick? Because we got early picks in every round, right? Julius Strome. He's a sniper. Okay, we're getting into too many snipers. He has no strength at all. Tuomas Kakko. What a name. I love it. Like I said, I've said it a million times, man. It's these names are phenomenal. He is a defenseman, 5 years out, could be low elite, could be low top 4 or something like that. Might be someone it could be interesting to take a He's got no strength. Could be someone interesting to take a little flyer on him, you know. Good work ethic, good shot blocking. He's likely a two-way forward or a grinder, yeah, or a power forward, something like that. Just one of those big body players. Chase Moore could be medium elite left defender. He's not overly big. He is an overager. But I don't mind overagers, man. Liam Gilson, defensive defenseman. That's the kind of thing you want. Leadership, character, maturity. Those are the guys you want to grow. Wait, what did his thing say? Doesn't let things bother him. Very well composed. Seems to have a pro mentality and has good leadership. I like it, man. I like it a lot. Ooh. A center two-way forward. Logan Mester? Logan Mester? Something like that. Oh my God, is this guy the steal of the freaking draft? Holy crap, 191. I need this guy. Logan Mester. Or Mestre. Logan Mestry. I don't know. What is his name? But look at this. Size and skill, 200-foot game, size and strength. He's like A's and B's across the board except for his skating. And he's just bad at faceoffs. So you put him in the wing. He could be low elite. He could be low top 6. He could be 70 overall. Oh my God, man. Yeah, dude, there's my last pick of the draft right there. 191. Logan. I'm going to call him Logan Mester. That's his name for me. And he's only 18. He's not an overager as far as I can tell. He might still be, right? He might turn 19 in July. You never know. But, oh my God, man, I can't believe that. What an absolute... He could be the steal of the draft. That is insanity. So 191. Let's go back and look at the draft board real quick. I think we have a pick around there too, right? 191. Logan Mester. There you go, man. So that is 100% who I want. I think I'm pretty much ready to start the draft, man. So advanced day, we got the final central scout rankings. I'm not going to bother looking at it, so we should be seeing retired players now. All right, let's go take a quick look and see who retired this year. So we got Jumbo Joe playing 1,666 in 1,527 points. He was still 81 overall. His speed was absolutely gone, but the guy was still in the 80s overall. Patty Marleau, 43 years old. He actually still had a little bit of speed. But it's like, yeah, he had started to drop off the map a little worse than Jumbo did. But he's 43, dude. Spats, still looking solid, dude. Who else? Corey Perry, he fell off the map big time. Shea Weber, he was still a top 4 defenseman. The injuries, man. Wow. Bobby Ryan, 84 overall, decides to retire. Oh, God. Don't you wish that you could, like, around the retirement period or something, don't you wish you could, like, interview these players and try and talk them into sticking around for a year? It's like, I would have signed Bobby Ryan, man. For attendees, Ryan Miller finally calls it a career. Craig Anderson, Chad Johnson, Justin Peters, Jeff Zatkoff, and Thomas Pooperly decides to call it a career. All right, so while it's still fresh in our heads here, we are going to... I'm not going to do the draft interviews, but we are going to go to the draft. We're going to try and be as smart as possible, and then this is going to be a damn long off season because we got a whole lot of stuff to do, and I'm almost thinking this season about, they got bad morale and everything. We got generalists across the board. I'm almost thinking it might be pretty much time to get rid of this coach, Lemaire. I know I just signed him. Man, his teaching is not good. I think we got to get rid of the coaching staff, and I think we got to start fresh, man. You know what I mean? I think we got to start fresh. So what's it going to... Yeah, it's going to cost me nothing. I think you fire everybody. Oh, I don't know if I can, right? I don't think you can just not have any coaches. So I'm going to say interim for now. I didn't even think that through. What an idiot. All right. So you know what? Let's just skip ahead. Let's get the draft done and over with. We'll worry about that when the time comes. You know what I mean? All right. So here we go. Jumping into the draft. They want to get rid of the first overall pick. I am actually really I'm going to quickly look at who this is, right? Jeffrey Kovalchuk. He's a tiny little guy, but he is a playmaker. And like I said, they want to get rid of him. Nico Sievenin, two-way forward. No weakness. He's another one. Medium elite. two-way left winger. It's like I'm going to try and get away, especially with the elite guys. I'm going to start trying to walk away maybe from the two-way guys. I'm going to start trying to build more of an offensive juggernaut, our top six, kind of like Toronto has. I know that's a terrible example because they can't win, but just really stack that top six with offensive talent. And then I want to stack the bottom six with good defensive players that fit our system. Maybe throw like a two-way guy on that second line, maybe. I don't know. Something like that. Maybe, or even take Bo Horvat. You take Bo Horvat and put him on that second line as the center, and that's a really, really solid second line center. You know what I mean? And then we're going to see who the free agents are and everything. And we will use that to kind of build our team. I kind of wanted to do like an overhaul bottom to top. I do still want to hang on to Ryan Getzlaf. And I want to use him and his poise rating and everything. And I do want to stick around with him on that bottom six in a smaller role on this team because he's got great defense. He's got amazing poise. Stuff like that. It's like you just can't have too much poise. So let's see what this guy was. 82 overall right wing playmaker. Let's take a peek at him here. Oh, and his friggin' speed and everything is so good. He's got good durability. I don't know how good that durability is based on this guy's size, though. When you see a guy that's like 5'9", 180 pounds or 170 pounds or whatever it is, you're more likely to want them to have durability up like at 90, right? So this guy actually ended up being an elite defenseman, which, man, we maybe could have used that elite two-way defender. So pick number 3, they go with that Nico Stevenin guy, the left wing two-way forward. Another one, great stats, man, but we are up. So we're going to dive in and, screw it. We're going to go for him. Connor frickin' Bedard. Here we go, baby. What is he? 77 overall, center sniper. He's a decent shooter. He's actually got better puck skills than anything. He's got a hard shot, but he doesn't have an overly accurate shot. But his durability, 96, man. 96. His discipline, 97. That is the kind of guy you want. Someone who's never going to take penalties. He's not going to get hurt. He could jump up to 6 feet tall. Could get over 200 pounds. I don't know, man. But I think he could be one of those face of the franchise guys. But I'm wondering, should we leave him in the minors for a year and bring him up in year 5 when our team is a little more like established? You know what I mean? So we're going to simulate. We got pick number 34. So we're just going to sim ahead. They want the 34th pick. They want to give me David Perron and their second round pick. Hold on. I'm going to go edit. What's David Perron looking like right now? He's got like no value. He's a second line two-way forward. He fits line 2. But, man, no, I can't do it. Not at that. I'm not taking on $5.5 million. You know what I mean? Low elite. There's that Stewart cat. Now, who did we have? We had Corson. Oh, yeah, Kalle Lindgren was the guy we wanted. Low elite, 3 years out. He's my guy. Kalle Lindgren, another sniper. Boom, 63 overall. All right, so his puck skills leave a little bit to be desired. His speed should go up pretty well. Durability and discipline, that will all go up a little bit in time. And as long as his durability and stuff hits 80 overall by the time he's an NHL player, I'm fine with that. As long as it's in the 80s, he shouldn't be like a walking injury magnet, right? Poise is a little low, but his shot is pretty damn good. And I'm very satisfied with that as a second round pick. Next year, if he's 67, 68 overall, I'm super happy with that. So now we go down to pick number 130. Now, who did we have watch? I don't know that we had anyone watch listed around here, right? Oh, DeFazio, Isaiah DeFazio. He's a bad skater, but man, he could be fantastic. We need defensive prospects. He's an overager. Oh, but Marco Lutton, you know what? Nope. We don't need goalies. We have goaltending prospects, and we have a couple of them, and they're decent. So screw it. We're going for DeFazio, man. No. Here we go. Low top 6. Yeah, that's what I said earlier. I was like, he's probably more like low top 6. But you know what? He's fine. He's totally fine. I'm okay with that. For a 5th round pick, he's already in the 60s overall. If he can grow really, really well, then you get him. And he's already 19. So then it's like you get him into the AHL. You get him playing minutes and everything. Get him on the penalty kill and everything in the minors. he could go to medium top 6. You know what I mean? And it's like then he's got a better chance of making it, right? So we're going to pick 162. I want to stop before our 7th round pick, though, because I really, really want to get that guy. That guy that I think could be... Oh, never mind. There's Mester. Did he move up? He was like 190, wasn't he? Oh, yeah. Previous Central Scouting ranking had him at 191, and now he's right here. Okay, so never mind. We're getting our dude right now. Oh, my God. All right, let's get him. Come on, Logan Mester. Steal of the draft. 70 overall low elite. 6th round pick. Oh, my God. And he's a 2-way forward. Look at his shooting. Oh, man, that is beautiful. Durability up in the 80s already. His strength, his body checking, everything, not that bad. Puck control and everything, not that bad. Dude, steal of the draft. I'm calling it right now. Logan Mester is the steal of the draft, and he's only 18. What happened? Why did you go so late? That is an unbelievable pick. I'm so happy with that pick. All right, so here we go, man. 7th round pick. You imagine if Chase Moore, he's another overager, man. He's 5 years out. I doubt he's medium elite. You know what I mean? I highly doubt it. We got Teemu Pernis. Oh, that's right up there for greatest names of all time. Nah, you know what? We're going to go with the guy we watch listed. Chase Moore, I promise you he's not elite. But if he could even be like a medium top 6 potential defense prospect, that'd be fantastic. So, confirmed selection, 7th D. Oh, God, that's no good. He's a 7th round pick, man. I'm not overly worried about it. So, we didn't have a ton of draft picks in this draft, but I honestly think we kind of cleaned up, baby. I mean, we got Connor Bedard. Fantastic. I think I'm going to leave him for a year in the minors, and hopefully he's like 80, 81 overall next year. That'd be fantastic. We can put him in a top 6 role right off the bat and turbo grow this guy. Kalle Lindgren. I think he's going to be great. DeFazio, but Logan Mester, man. Logan Mester is the steal of the draft. Picked 162nd overall. He's 70 overall, low elite potential. 6th round pick. You're not going to beat that. Restricted free agents include Isaac Radcliffe with 13 skaters becoming RFAs. And Getz is back. It was what? It was 1 year, 1.5. Matt Phillips decided to come back as well. That is fantastic. Matt Phillips has been solid enough. I would love to give him a job in the National Hockey League. I know some of these guys really had down years. Lucas Johansson, I think he can bounce back from that just fine. Look at how he fits. You know what I mean? Look at how he fits right now. 4 years, 4.6 is a little pricey, but you know what? I like it. I like it just fine. Pavel Zacha, I think he is probably going to get dropped down to that 3rd line. I'd kind of like to start playing people a little more where they're supposed to be played. You know what I mean? We still got Mangiapane for the 23-24 season. I might move on from Andrew Mangiapane. I think we might move on from a couple fellas here. So we get Danton Heinen. He's a 3rd line guy. Can't see where he fits because he's not signed. Oh, man. All right. Well, Gus Forsling does not want to come back. He's a UFA. So we're going to move on from Gus Forsling, even though he had a good year. You know what I mean? Sokolov, he's a 4th line guy. He's a sniper. I don't know really that we need a sniper on that 4th line. We got Wade Allison. He's another one. I'd like to hold on to him, but his defense is a little lacking. You know what I mean? Jeremy Lozon. Ryan Kuffner, man, a lot of these guys, I'm like, I don't know. You know what I mean? All right, we're going to worry about the big dogs first. All skaters, we got Barry and Parayko, Thatch, Bobo, Sammy Reinhart is that 2nd line center that we love so much. He makes too much money, but I do want to hold on to Brett Pesce, but we don't have a ton of money. He only wants $5 million for 4 years, and I could probably get that down to 4.4, which I'm kind of fine with. And like I said, I think the one we're going to move on from is likely Mangiapane. We probably just don't re-sign Hinostroza. He has been good for us. I mean, he had 36 points last year, but the year before he had 40 points and then 43 the first year. So he's trending in the wrong direction. You know what I mean? He's a great player, but he is trending down. What has his ice time been for me? Year 1, it was 12.23. The second year, he had less points, but he was playing over 2 minutes a game more. and then it dropped back down to 13 minutes and 11 seconds, and his production dropped again. I think the only problem with that is everyone's production dropped, but coming off of a down year, it's like, what would he want anyway? He'd want 3.8 for a year, and I'm not going to give him that. You know what I mean? So after that, we got Danton Heinen, who I don't know that I would want to lose him. You know what I mean? Sonny, we got for a couple more years. He is going to be a fourth line. You know, he's going to be back down in the fourth line. So we're going to have Sundqvist, Getzlaf, and probably a two-way guy. Oh, there's a playmaker. We could maybe get Matt Phillips on that fourth line. I do love Matt Phillips. He's so inexpensive. Matthew Joseph, I think it's just about time to move on from him. He's got great defense, though. That's the thing, right? Chad Chris, defensive defenseman. He's got no hands at all. But, I mean, he is fantastic defensively. For a guy that's only 78 overall, I mean, he does have pretty wild defense, man. So, you know what? Matthew Joseph, it's like one of those things where it's like, if I re-sign you, buddy, it's 1.3. I'm not doing that, but I can't even really qualify him. Otherwise, he's gonna get paid like over $1 million. Chad Chris, I could probably get on a 2-way deal. 1 year 2-way deal. So I'll hold on to him. Ryan Kuffner doesn't want to come back, and as much as I love him, I'm not gonna force him to come back. Wade Allison, what would he want? He's a great spare player. He wants to go. Yeah, he wants to go to free agency. So I could probably get him for 1.1 and use him as a spare. You know what I mean? A 1.1 million for a spare forward. I'm fine with that. Sokolov, he's going to be pretty much NHL ready. Don't know if I really have a place to use him. Isaac Ratcliffe, he's a power forward. He's got a lot of power forwards, man. Louis Belpedio, we're going to move on from him because we are going to have some young bucks probably coming up there. Huljawash, he never did grow to be an NHL player. I would love to have him signed for 2 more years because he could be pretty much like the captain of the AHL team. Snuggerud, we're going to move on from him. All these guys getting a little bit older. We got to move on from those guys, right? D to the flip and Mac here. We'll sign him to his entry-level deal. There you go. What else do we got? Drury. Jack Drury, second-round pick by the Canes. We got Nate Schnarr. These guys, I'll qualify and I'll bring them back. Man, Jordan Subban, it was fun while it lasted, buddy. Leonardo Pete. Oh, yeah, he's my 11th overall pick. I hope he grows a little bit more in the offseason because he really didn't grow that well. But we're going to sign him to an entry-level deal. He'll come to the AHL this year. I do want to start kind of culling the herd a little bit, as it were. You know what I mean? Jonathan Dahlin, he just never fit anywhere, right? So him, we're going to honestly release him. Parker Likens. Playmaking center that we drafted. We're going to bring him up to the friggin' AHL this year. Who else do we got? DeFazio. We could, you know what? We could use him. And Sevenin, we could use him too. Even though he's only 67, could still grow a little bit in the offseason. He, if you remember correctly, he was a gem. He had gem beside his name. Then we got Kavanaugh. Oh, yeah, he's... What? What was he? Last year's second-round pick, offensive defenseman. That's right. Okay. So if he could grow a little more, if he could be up in the 70s next year, oh, man, I could do so many great things with that kid. Santu Kinnunen. Juha Kuta. I really was expecting more growth out of him. Oh, yeah. Noah Meyer. He was a 7th-round pick, 2-way defender, low top 6. We got to, you know what, I'll offer him a contract. Even if he ends up sitting there not doing anything, I'm kind of fine with that. Dice, we got DeFazio. Who else do we got? Oh, yeah, Hector Bork. Sniper. He might be like a bottom, he might be like a bottom 6 AHL guy, but I got to sign him because the potential is there. And even if he's a spare or you use him, I don't know. Then we got Aiden Serrata. You'll remember the 2nd-round pick. He had medium elite potential. We took him 50th overall. He didn't grow as well as I thought he would, but whatever. What are you going to do, right? So, Kinnunen, you know what? We'll qualify him. I think we probably have too many players, but it's not like it's that tough to, move on from them. We got another playmaking center. He fits top 6. He fits everywhere, right? So Ishkakov, you can put him anywhere. I would like him for 2 more years on a 2-way deal, though. He's still an RFA after, so that's fine. That other Josh Anderson fella, I think we're going to move on. Oh, wait, no, hold on. No, I can't see where he fits. Honestly, we're going to move on from him because I do want to start putting more prospects into this, Yeah, he fits everywhere, so you kind of gotta keep him around, man. Isaac Ratcliffe is like so close to being ready, but I think he drops to like bottom 6 forward before he ever gets to the NHL. You know what I mean? But Connor Bedard, honestly, we're not even going to sign him. I'm going to leave him in the minors for one more year. He's a number 4 pick. He was projected number 6. You know, Central Scouting had him 6th. So you know what? I don't feel bad about leaving him in the minors for a year. But man, Matthew Joseph, I don't know if we can keep him. Jeremy Lauzon, they don't like Joseph. I don't want to sign. Lauzon doesn't want to stick around. So it's like Jeremy Lauzon, we grabbed you, we didn't really use you. Matthew Joseph, it's time to move on. I'm sorry, buddy. I like you a lot. That's the problem. Danton Heinen, 1.6 for 2 years. Get that down to like, you know, we might be able to pull off 1.4 for 2 years. And you know, if push comes to shove, worse comes to worse, you know, I can always move you after. After that, what is our worst contract? Honestly, I would say Josh Anderson is probably still our worst contract at the moment, but man, does he fit on that friggin' second line. Like some grade here. And he has been fantastic for us. That first year, he had 61 points. Then he had 62. Last year, again, like I said before, last year he had a down year, but everyone had a down year. You know what I mean? So we got him for this year, next year, and the next year. So we got him into his 30s. I'm kind of okay because he's 84 overall. I'm kind of okay leaving him on like our second line. You know what I mean? So I kind of feel fine about that. We have $16.7 million in cap space. We got a lot of spots to fill. You know what I mean? And we got Brett Pesce, so that's going to drop us down to about 12. You know, that drops us down to 12 point something million is what we have. But I'm going to move on from Mangiapane because I think that's going to be a bad contract. I think that's what that is, right? If we have to keep Lucas Johansson with Colton Parayko, that's fine. I'd rather not. I would rather move Colton Parayko up with Tyson Barrie if I could, and then move Brett Pesce and Lucas Johansson together as that second pairing. And then, hold on here. For defense, what do we got? So we'd have Barrie Parayko, Pesce Johansson, Hayek. I don't know, man. I don't know. He's gonna go to top 6D. He really is. He's gonna move to top 6D. So maybe there's I don't know if we want to move on from it. Jeremy Roy might be able to make her happen in the NHL. He did drop to medium top 6, but he had 52 points last year, right? I might be able to call him up with Hayek. That might work. Or didn't we call him up and it didn't work? Trying to remember. I think we might just go for an entirely new third pairing defense. Maybe go for some veteran defense. But honestly, I think when it comes to contracts, Allmark, maybe you stick with Allmark. I think I think what we might do is buy out the last year of Holtby's contract. Or we might just bury it or something. Maybe trade him away. He wasn't bad last year, you know what I mean? But it's like 3.8 for a backup is too much. 4.5 for a starter, I'm kind of fine with that. We need our defense to be better. We need the coaching to be better, you know what I mean? And we need our forwards just need to score more goals. We need better coaching is 100% what we need. So rather than trade out Holtby's contract, where I'm probably going to have to give up a pick to get rid of Holtby, I think you just buy him out. It's only going to be for 2 years, and it's going to cost us 1.2. I'm going to do it, yeah. We're going to buy out Holtby. That brings us up to 18.4 minus Mangiapane's contract, which I think I'm going to dump for a pick. That brings you up to like 23.4 because he makes $5 million. Allmark, we're going to hope that he does well. We're going to get a new backup for 1 year, a good backup, but a good cheap backup, you know what I mean? And then we're just going to start building a better team, you know what I mean? That's what we're going to do. So we got 15 contracts offered, and we're just going to skip ahead and see what the dealio is. These are all the scouts that are coming back, hopefully. Oh, man. Yeah, everybody's saying yeah, so that's good. Oh, Danton Heinen says no. So we'd have to offer him just a little bit more. Same with Pesce. Wow, okay. I'm going to reject this offer at this dollar value. I was not happy with the team's success during last season. Allison's back. Sokolov is back. Ratcliffe is back. Chad Chris. Hulk Jawash. D-Mac's in. Ishkakov. Noah Meyer. Yep. All these guys. Yep. Topi Sievenin. Parker Likens. Leonardo Pete. Oh, yeah, baby. We got all the young blood here now. Oh, this is great. All right, so now we need to figure out what we're looking at, right? So Brett Pesce, we might have to pay him a little more than we'd like to. I don't exactly want to give him $5 million. What did I offer him? Like 4.4. I could get him for 4 3/4. He's not that old. He's in his 20s. This contract only brings him to 32, so I'm kind of fine with that. Danton Heinen's only 27. So what if I just offer him what he wanted? Like, he wants an extension. So instead of offering him like 1.4 or whatever it was that I offered him, I'll offer him the 1.6 that he's looking to get. And then we can take a look when we get closer to free agency, and we can see what we really want to look for. See what's around, see what we want to look for. Oh my God. Yeah, they're both going to say no, eh? Oh, man. Well, when it comes to, you know what? Then Danton Heinen, I'm going to have to say goodbye to. We're going to have to build something else. Like I said, so our fourth line is going to be Ryan Getzlaff and Oscar Sundqvist and someone else, right? I want, like, I don't know how Matt Phillips fits on that fourth line. So I'm going to try and find someone that fits that fourth line. We got a power forward. So I wouldn't mind getting like a two-way forward. We might be able to get a +3 out of it if he really fits that fourth line. Maybe go for another veteran or something. You know what I mean? You get those cheaper veteran players. They're only going to be around for another year or two. But yeah, I don't know, man. The more I'm looking at it, I'd like Brett Pesce, but I can't keep both these guys. So what if I offered him 4.9? That's the best I'll do. And if he doesn't sign it, he's got to go. You know what I mean? If he doesn't sign this contract, he's got to go. Sorry, bud. We're running out of time to sign you, and, you know. Oh, language driver. Yeah, no, you didn't take it. Sorry. Brett Pesce's going to go. He's going to walk, man. And I think I got to go and find, I think I got to go get a new scout, too. All right, so I'm going to go to contracts one last time. Brett Pesce, you're walking to free agency, buddy. That's fine. That's fine. I'm fine with that. So, man, I can't believe this guy. 6th round pick. I'd like, honestly, that is like mind blowing. You know what I mean? That's like unbelievable. That's so wild. I love it. We are starting to, we're starting to gather some decent friggin' prospects, man. Look at this friggin' Kavanagh guy, Dmitry Kavanagh. Last year, 2nd round pick, offensive D-man. Oh, you just know he's going to make it. God damn, I love it. Yeah, no, I think that's pretty much all she friggin' wrote, man. So we're going to skip ahead one day. Coach is not renewed, blah-blah-blah-blah gobbledygook. Yep, I got you. The following scouts have not been renewed. We're going to find new scouts is what we're going to do. Like off camera, I'll hire some new scouts. Don't worry about it, man. So we're into free agency. First, I do want to look and see who's available. So Nate McKinnon, and he is an unrestricted free agent. We've got Steven Stamkos, Carter Verhaeghe, who's his Yakimovs, Timofey Yakimovs, two-way center, fits everywhere, well-rounded, but he's an RFA. I'm not giving up everything and more to get him, right? So we got someone like a Teuvo Teravainen. No, he's no. We got Thatcher Lewis. He fits. Ooh, Jake Gensel, eh? Fits line 2. That's not what you want. You want someone who fits line 1, right? But man, Nate McKinnon is one of those guys. He's tough to pass up on, you know. Same with Stammer. I know he's 33, but it's tough to pass up on someone like that. He fits top 6. Ooh. I don't know. He's another playmaker, man. If we got a forwards coach and we did like Thatch, Stammer, and a sniper, you know what I mean? Thatcher Lewis, Steven Stamkos, and a sniper, we could get a +5 on that top line. And Stammer, I would not offer him 4 years, but he would want like $11 million to sign with us for 1 year. My goodness. Oh man, what about like a Carter Verhaeghe's fantastic, but he fits in the bottom 6. You don't want to put people below what their role is. You know what I mean? We need a top line sniper And then I want to trade Andrew Mangiapane, and I want to get a better sniper for him. Because he's got a $5 million cap hit. You know what I mean? And that's just a little too much. Well, first of all, hold on. I want to see what his value is. First of all. Where is he now? Mangiapane really doesn't have a ton of value. The thing is, right, it's like he only has 1 year left on that contract. But I'd be willing to, what's like Sonny Malai? He's a two-way guy. Zaki LaRue, he's a playmaker. Oh my goodness, he fits top 6. Maxime Comtois fits everywhere. Sammy Steele is a playmaker, fits line 2. JT Miller, I can't remember what all these guys are, right? Zegras, he's a playmaker. Do they just not own a sniper? What's going on here? What we got here? Dominic Bach, two-way guy, fits everywhere. He wouldn't be a bad guy to grab, right? Because you could put him on the third line alongside Pavel Zacha. Then we got a little bit stronger of a third line. 1.885 for 2 years. For a 23-year-old, it's that's not that bad. And honestly, his attributes are halfway decent. He doesn't have the greatest discipline in the world, but everything else is pretty solid. So I might go for Dominic Bach. And then what if we could grab a third pairing defenseman or something? You know what I mean? Or a Ryan Graves, defensive guy, fits pairing 2. Carlo, top 6 guy, defensive guy, fits pairing 2. Alex Chason, fourth line power forward, fits everywhere, but he's expensive. Who else do we got? Warren Peace, he's a power forward, fits line 1. I want to look for a third pairing defender or something. Rocco Grimaldi, he's a sniper. Michael Riley fits everywhere in the power play. You know what? 1.4 million, I'm fine with that. So you take on Mike Riley and take Bach. I think you could damn near make that work, man. 1 year, I don't want to retain. Could we make this friggin' trade happen? I get Bach, who's young and inexpensive for this year and next year, and get Mike Riley on a 1 year deal where if it doesn't work, that's fine. You can always move on from that. I don't mind this, man. And that puts us right back at the cap floor because we're going to spend big this year. You know what I mean? And it doesn't work. So we would have to add a sweetener in there. I would go. We don't have a ton of draft picks this year anyway, so I would honestly... I can say to hell with this year's draft. That's fine by me. So I'm not really afraid to get rid of any of these picks. I'm not going to give them a second, obviously, But I would definitely give them the 4th. If they would take it... Trade accepted. Mangiapane's cap hit is gone. We got a third line player and we got a third pairing player for Andrew Mangiapane, who was signed to a contract that was maybe just a little bit too big. We made Carolina a little better when it comes to goal scoring. So now let's go to free agents and let's see what we can find for snipers. We got Jake Gensel, man. Like I said, I would not mind signing Jake Gensel. It says forward line 2. Very well-rounded personality. I would love to get a Jake Gensel for this team and put him on our top line. You know what I mean? That'd be fantastic. And then we need a second line sniper who we can find through free agency. We could find through trade. You know what I mean? But I think Jake Gensel, I'm going to offer him... Ooh, no, that's just what he wants. Hey, we got 20.8. Washington's interested. I could offer him... Man... I could offer him 9.6 for 7 years. If he doesn't work out, man, you know what? You always just get rid of him. So Jake Gensel, that's definitely a guy I would like to see on this team. What else do we got? Nino Nieder Skeeter Eater. But he's 83 overall, and he wants a friggin'... Yeah, that's not going to happen. What about Kasha? Doesn't fit anywhere. But, well, he's a little expensive, too. Who else do we got? Sniper, we got Jakob Silverberg, who's getting up there a little bit. We got Victor Arvidsson. I like Arvidsson. Consummate professional. They want 4.6. Anybody else who's a second line guy? What else do we got? Filthy Phil. Oh, man, I don't need Filthy Phil. Although they do make him monstrously good in this game. I kind of think maybe you go for Victor Arvidsson. You know what I mean? It's just the durability that's the only thing that turns me off. You know, it's like Jakob Silfverberg, he's a little older, but it's like he's not as injury prone, so I'll offer him $5 million for 3 years. That's kind of a safe bet, in my opinion. I'll offer him that. We're going to go to two-way guys now, and we're going to try and get... someone like Joel Armia. Fits bottom six. You pick him up on a two-way deal. There you go. If it doesn't work out, whatever, man. Riley Tuft, power forward. Nah, I'm not really interested in that, but you could go for like a Mitch Ranke. Now we don't know where he fits. Stephen Johns. That'd be an interesting guy to get. His durability is not great. Who else do we got? Dennis Gilbert. What if I picked up both these guys? What if we did that? Or you get Radim Simic, pairing two. No, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pick up Stephen Johns. I'm going to pick up Stephen Johns at $900,000. I'm going to pick up Gilbert at $900,000. Two-way deal, so I can always send them down. That ain't no thing. And then, so I just spent like $16 million, right? We're going to need, Stuart Skinner. Grab him as a backup. What do you think? He's got that starter potential, but no, I don't want to do that, right? We're going to go for backups. There is a goddamn thing going. There's like a friggin' excavator working right outside my house. Ilya Sorokin, 83 poise. You'd always go for him, man. Let's do it. Ilya Sorokin, 2 years, $950,000 on a one-way deal. You know what? I will offer him $1 million to just kind of try and help him get on this damn team. You know what I mean? So we're signing a couple of contracts here. I feel like this team could be pretty damn good if everybody signs. Silfverberg is in. That's good. Stephen Johns is in. Joel Armia is in. Ilya Sorokin is in. Dennis Gilbert's in. Oh, baby. Come on, come on, come on. Give me Jake Gensel. Oh, we got Jake Gensel. Holy crap, our team just got a lot stronger. Oh my God, man. That's huge. We just got like everyone. You know what I mean? Dude, we just got everybody on this team. But we got an expensive-ass team now. We got $8 million in cap space. Let's take a look. What are we going to have? Bobo will be our number one center. Sammy Reinhardt's number 2. Pavel Zacha can be number 3. Getz can be number 4. Top line left wing will be Thatcher Lewis. Top line right wing will be Jake Gensel. Dominic Bach is going to be a third liner. So who else do we have? Josh Anderson, second line. Silfverberg, second line. Joel Armia, probably a fourth liner. Wade Allison might be the spare. He's third. He's fourth. I think we got a forward group, man. I think it's a halfway decent forward group. You know what I mean? On defense, because we still need to look for a coach, right? And if we can find a coach that fits these guys really well. Oh, shit. I forgot about that. I need to find a top 4 defenseman as well. All right. So hold on here. Even, like I said, even if I have to do it through trades, that's kind of fine. But we do need to find a coach. So coaching staff, we've got an interim head coach. We have no AHL coaching staff. He's just the interim one. So as soon as I find a coach, we're good to go. So I'm going to go hire coach. I don't want to spend $1 bazillion on a coach. These guys, like he's a forward coach and he has over a B- teaching, no influence. That's the only problem. He doesn't fit on this team anyway. I don't exactly want a generalist. This guy's got great teaching, great influence. Doesn't fit over. Well, he kind of fits. You know what I mean? That's a small amount of dudes you're looking at, though. Veterans, I don't need a veteran coach. Fits pretty well with Tyson Barrie for some reason. Gene Staples, I really wish he had more coach influence. Doesn't fit that well anyway. Generalist, we got Jean Hulette, 58. Yeah, you know what? 58 is about as good as it gets. He's an A- teaching, A+ influence, A- on the power play. Like his stats really aren't that bad. You know what I mean? As much as I don't want to go for a generalist, it's like I think we're going to go for a generalist. 4 years, NHL head coach. I will offer him like over $200,000 more than he wants, because I do want him on a 4-year deal. You know what I mean? So after we hire him, then we can kind of like fire. We got nothing but generalists. That's the only problem. So for the assistant coach, I'll go for forwards. For the associate coach, I'll go for defense, you know. So we'll get generalist, defense, forwards, goalies. So that should be a good mix, right? And hopefully and hopefully that helps us become more of like a powerhouse team, you know what I mean? So you know, I gotta skip ahead a couple days till we have this coach, and then I gotta find a friggin' top 4 defenseman. Yeah, beautiful. Isaac Kahn is in. Okay, so Marc-Edouard Vlasic, no thanks. No, man, I'm not taking on your bad money here. Okay, so now what we'll do is we'll look through here. We'll see what we've got. We got like Tanev. Tanev could be a good top 4 guy. Fits everywhere. The only problem with him is he has no durability, so I kind of don't want that. I could always go for TJ Brody. TJ Brody could be an interesting guy. He's got great durability. He's got good poise, decent speed, fits pairing 2, and the power play. I don't want to give him 4.8, but it's like, you know, Gabriel Carlson, Giancarlo. He fits defensive pairing 2. He's a younger guy. Well, not overly. I could go for someone like a big buff. All the speed's gone. The durability's gone. That's the only problem. Zaitsev, no, I don't want to touch that. Maybe go for like a Jake Muzzin. Like I said, he's getting up there, but he's got all the poise. Great on... No, he doesn't fit, man. I think we're going to be finding a defenseman through trade. I'm thinking that's what we're doing. You know what I mean? So, I do like what we've done here. I think what I'm going to do next is focus on coaching a little more, and then we'll go from there. I know this has taken forever. We're like an hour in, and we've only gotten to free agency, but I had said before, you know, full disclosure, it's going to be a really long episode. Because the last episode, we rushed through it, trying to get the length down, and it was disastrous. So this year, we're taking our time. This is going to be a long episode. All right, so now, you know what? What I'm going to do is go to coaching staff, and honestly... We got the head coach, we got the associate assistant goalie coach. They got good chemistry and everything. And I mean, like this coach, look at the teaching, look at the influence. That's phenomenal. For 1.2, and it's like next year, I swear to God, next year he'll be better. You know what I mean? He's going to be even better next year. He's got low coach chemistry with Levasseur. So Levasseur, we're going to fire. And Pisani, he's got... the bad influence, you know what I mean? He's got like bad stuff. So we get generalist goalies. So I'm going to get rid of the assistant coach as well. We are going to get like pretty much basically an entirely new coaching staff. B-. I think we might even look for a goalie coach. So I'm going to look around, you know what I mean? So offer contract. I think we need essentially we need pretty much a whole AHL staff, but I can worry about the other slots later. I just really, really want to get these guys. Is kind of my main focus. And then, like I said, I'll get a top 4 defenseman, but we can get that pretty much whenever. Jaden Schwartz, not interested. I'm interested in getting those coaches. I'll gladly accept. There's the associate. What else do we got? Oh, baby, there's the assistant. Perfect. Jack Drury. What do we got for the AHL? Oh, baby, there we go. AHL head coach. So, Emmanuel Levasseur, we were paying like, what the heck were we paying him? 1.225 or something million a year to be our NHL head coach. We fired him and then rehired him for the AHL at a much lower freaking cost. Or wait, did we? No, I think we didn't. We sign a friggin'. I think we actually signed another defenseman. Did we not? I actually can't remember. It's only been a couple of minutes, but no, we didn't. Okay. Oh my goodness. Middle 2 defensemen. So you go positions, forward, defense, type. Maybe go for another 2-way defender, someone who can go with Lucas Johansson. Obviously you want someone who's young. The problem is, I don't know, man. We're gonna have to go down the list a little ways, man. We got like Matt Dumba, we already had, we got rid of him. But like a Victor Soderstrom, ooh, he doesn't fit anywhere anyway. But Jakob Slavin could be a great. Oh baby, God, Jakob Slavin. Use him as a freaking middle 2 defenseman kind of thing. Or, depending on where they all fit, right? You put him up top with Tyson Berry, and you put Colton Parayko back down with Lucas Johansson. That really didn't work, you know? Or you like an Alexander Romanov. He's decent. He fits pairing too. There you go. 1 year, $3 million. I like that, man. I think Alexander Romanov, I think you're leaving Montreal, baby. You are leaving Montreal. And if it starts working out really, really good, who would we be willing to move, though, is the next question, right? I don't know. Who do you move? Could I get him for a second round pick? Not quite, eh? I could honestly clean out and just not have a draft pick this year. I mean, we have a lot of prospects. We could honestly go a year not at the draft as long as we're doing good at the draft the next year, you know what I mean? But what else could we do? We could always give them Sereda. Aiden Sereda, 19 years old, medium elite sniper. We got a lot of snipers coming up in this system. His durability, his discipline is not great. I don't know, like it'll come up, but I don't know by how much it'll come up. You know what I mean? And his speed's not great. I think he's one of those guys I know we just drafted him. He's only 19 years old, but it's like, man, I'm thinking about moving him for Alexander Romanov, and then you take something on top of that. You know what I mean? Like you take a prospect, like maybe not a two-way guy. Maybe like a Yuri Zykov, another two-way guy. Oh, man. What else do we got? Jan Mysak. What is this? Landon Grabovski, playmaking center. You can never have too many centers. You can never have too many playmaking centers. Vasyunov is another one, playmaking left/right winger. Low elite potential. You got Elinin. Jesse Elinin, playmaking right winger. I don't know. What do you take another prospect like Griffin? This two-way guy, he's still in the CHL, or you go for like Grabovski, who's still in the CHL, something like that. I think you got to take a guy that's still in the minors, but for Romanov, I would give them Sereda and gain a medium top 6 prospect. Because Sereda, yeah, he has the elite potential, but does he ever make it? He's 57 overall, and he's 19 now. You know what I mean? And when I drafted him, I think he was, 51 or 52 overall. So even if he has a great year where he grows like crazy, what's the best he's going to be? 66, 67 overall at friggin' 20 years old. By the time he's 22, maybe he's 74, 75. You know, he could be 24 before he ever reaches the NHL, and then his potential likely drops, right? So I don't know, man. I'm kind of in like win now mode, and we'll see how Romanov does. I mean, he's great defensively. He's got wicked speed. I know he is unbelievable physically, right? His durability's not too bad. Discipline's fine. Poise is phenomenal. And he's a good shooter. He's a good passer. He's good at everything, man. So I think I'm comfortable making this trade if it goes through. It was accepted. So we are now getting a lot closer to the freaking cap ceiling here. And I honestly think we got a halfway decent team right now. I think we got a decent freaking team, dude. But I do very quickly... Oh, we need to hire more coaches. But I do kind of quickly want to look and see what is our AHL team going to look like this year. And he actually wants an extension. He's good and young. He wants an extension, but what is he going to want? 5.6 for 3 years, and he's still an RFA after. I could honestly probably get him for 5. I could probably get him for $5 million a year for 3 years, and he would still be an RFA. I don't exactly want to do it right now, but you got to think, like, there's some other contracts that are going to be coming off the books for us next year. Like, where are you? Oh, never mind. I traded him. Never mind. What an idiot. And I mean, by the end of next year, we'll know, are we even going to be holding on to Bo Horvat? You know what I mean? Jake Gensel, we can't see where he fits. Tyson Berry fits pretty well everywhere. Colton Parayko, might still just stick him up top anyway. What is he now? Okay, he is first line. Okay, yeah. But I think we got our team set up. But yeah, I wanted to go in the system, and I wanted to look and see what do we have for the minors. So for centers in the AHL, Shish Kebab's going to be our number one. I'm honestly thinking maybe tossing DeAndre Claremont up a little farther. Leonardo Pete, I'd like for him to be a top 9 guy. Sajin might be that 4th line center. Schnarr might be off to the side. Drury might be off on the wing. So there's 2 wingers. Maybe somewhere in that middle 6. And then for left wing, we got Hall Jawash, who's probably going to be like a top line winger. Where does he fit again? Oh, yeah, we can't see. We have new coaches. Yeah, forgot about that. After that, we got Wade Allison. He's going to be in the NHL as our spare forward. Sokolov is probably going to go back down to the minors. DMAC, I think, goes back to the OHL. Topi Sivanen's going to be up. What's his name? Riley Dice. He was a Ottawa pick. Hector Bork is one of mine. He's a sniper. I wouldn't mind him being a bottom 6 forward there in the minors. I think we have enough players. So wait, hold on. What do we got? We got, for the AHL this year, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, yeah, Parker Likens, Alan McShane, 9, 10. So a couple of these guys. Yeah, Grabowski is going back to the Erie Otters. But yeah, I mean, what do we have? 9 forwards here? 10. And then we got like 11, 12, 13 forwards. 14, 15 forwards. So, man. Then on defense, Libor Hayek either goes to the minors or I could trade him out. Chris could be our spare defenseman, to be 100% honest. I think it's going to be Roy and probably Roy, maybe Roy and Chris, or Roy and Hayek. One or the other. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 defensemen. 7, something like that. So I'm kind of fine with that. Even if Hayek and Roy were that top pairing in the minors, I think that does kind of work, right? Carly Choyle, what do they want here? Edit trade. I want to take a look at this. They want my 3rd and 4th. They want to give me a 5th. And Charlie Coyle, who is a power forward who does not fit on our team anyway. I just figured, you know what? Might as well spend to the cap. And if you got too many players, that is not a terrible problem to have. You can always move them out afterwards. You know what I mean? So now we are going to go to the calendar and we can skip on ahead basically to like September 14th, where I think we are going to have, I don't know, who do you have as a captain? Do you make the captain Bo? You know? Callie Arncroke, nah, I think I'm all right. Filthy Phil, nah. Derek Forbort, no. Arturi Lehkonen, no. I don't want Lehkonen. Quit trying to give me Anders Lee. No, thank you, man. That's a monstrous cap hit, dude. I don't even think we can afford it. Patrick Nemeth, Eric Johnson, no. Filthy Phil again. 2 years at 2.4 for Phil Kessel. Doesn't seem like it's that bad, though. Hold on, I'm going to edit this. Go to edit trade, and I just want to take a look at him. He's got a lot of value, man. He's 3rd line forward. He had 28 goals last year. I just wish his poise was better, and I wish his defense was better. He still has the durability, but he just doesn't fit anywhere. You know what I mean? Yeah, I know that like veteran presence thing. He could be huge on that 3rd line, but I just don't know that he fits, man. I don't know that he fits anywhere. I mean, that's a draft a couple years from now, too. A draft I don't want to lose picks in. Chris Tierney could be a good bottom 6 center, but he makes way too much money. Anders Lee, too much money. They really pushing me to take him, though. Jaden Schwartz, no thank you. We have a lot of snipers on this team now. Xavier Ouellette. And we're past free agency. A Canadian team won the cup last year. Now we want a Canadian team to win the damn cup again, man. View the owner goals. What do we got? Seller. They're low in regards to team performance, but we still need to field a competitive team to keep the fans coming back. Why are we just still sellers? Like, I swear to God, we upgraded the hell out of this team. Unless it's goaltending. You know what I mean? So we get Josh Anderson with an A, Tyson Berry with an A. Is that what the whole thing is, right? Is it because we don't have like a great goaltender? Or did he drop? That's another thing to be concerned about. I'm fine with Getz still being the captain. This is his final year. We're going to have Bobo Horvat. Where did everybody go? So So we got Gensel, Horvat. Oh, yeah. Thatcher Lewis. Boom. How do they only have a +1? Come on now. And Jake Gensel. He fits. I wish we had more than a +1 on this top line. We got Silverberg, Reinhardt, and Anderson right where I wanted them. Joel Armia. So we got Bonk, two-way forward. Pavel Zacha, power forward. Isaac Ratcliffe, power forward. What else do we got? Playmaker, but he doesn't fit anywhere. Michael Riley. Oh, fits everywhere. I'm going to have to mess around with this a little bit, but otherwise, I don't mind this team. I mean, I swear to God, I had somebody else on that third line spot. We had Bonk, Zacha. Who else? Or was it Silverberg? No, he doesn't fit anywhere either. But it's with Gensel up here, I don't understand how he doesn't fit anywhere. How he's not working. I think you got to still go with this, and maybe this is more the scoring lines. We got a +1. Who's the problem, though, right? We just need someone who fits, perfectly. What if you were to trade Bo Horvat for, a big name, power forward center or something like that? You know what I mean? What about... Nah, he doesn't fit. I was just going to say as, you took, Getzlaff. Yeah, so you get a +3 down there. Or you get a +3 on that top line if you get, a really solid power forward center in that spot instead. Oh, it wasn't Zacha. Who else is a... man, it's not going to tell me nothing. All right, so defense, we got Romanov and Barry. I'd rather not. I'd rather have Parayko and Barry. They're both right-handed players. Romanov and Johansson get a +3. And then we got Dennis Gilbert, defensive defenseman. Stephen Johns, defensive defenseman. So which one do you want, right? I say you play Dennis Gilbert. Oh, he's got no poise. None. Blippy's got some poise. So what is he? He's a right-handed defender. And then you put Michael Riley out there with him, and it's a +3. There you go. Then you go to tendies, where Ullmark is still a starting goaltender. We got Ilya Sorokin as a backup, and he's got great poise too, man. That's fantastic, right? So I'll mess around with this. Like I said, is the whole thing, we still got time before the preseason starts. We could trade off Bo Horvat. He's fantastic. And that's the thing. He does fit pretty tremendously, right? And then this could be our bottom 6. So who's the problem? Again, it's I think it might be Ratcliffe. We could probably use a playmaker if a playmaker was to actually fit. So hold on. So we would have to send down Gilbert can go. I'm thinking Matt Phillips can go. And in their stead, I would call up Wade Allison. I'm going to say Shish Kebab. And who else was it? Shish Kebab and Sokolov, I think. Yeah, and we're going to see if we can make anything work with this, right? See, it's before waivers, so we can move people around, and that ain't going to hurt nobody's feelings. So now we go best lines, just for now. So Zacha fits on that third line okay. He fits fantastically. But could I get... Oh, where is he now? What are you? Shish Kebab. Could I get... Come on, give me a... Not still a +1, eh? Oh, man. Shish Kebab could go on that fourth line. I don't know. I just wish it wasn't a... I wish it was more than a +1. You know what I mean? Pavel Zacha has 80 face-offs. Shish Kebab's got 73. It's I'd love to have him up in the NHL. Look at his defense. His defense is unbelievable. And his durability and his discipline and everything. It's he's actually really solid defensively. But then it's you go back to Isaac Ratcliffe, and it's he's a power forward. He's not as good defensively. He's really not that great at all, to be honest. Wade Allison looking solid. Okay, I'm going to try Allison, and I'm going to try Sokolov, too. So I'm going to try Wade Allison. They get a +1. I can't get a +3 with him anywhere. So we try Sokolov. I don't think that'll be good at all. No, it's just +1 or nothing, you know what I mean? But Sokolov, he fits everywhere. He fits really, really well. Now, what would happen if I... No, that still doesn't work. It's Bobo. I think Bobo's the problem. The fact that he's a two-way guy. It's what if you did this? I figure if you put him on the second line, that might work, right? You put Josh Anderson back up on that top line, even though he's kind of built for the second. But I do want +3s here. I want +3s here. Yeah, if we could get another, power forward, that's what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm saying? I don't know why I'm saying stupid shit over and over again. I don't exactly want to just move him up there. No, that doesn't work. That doesn't work. Anyway, I think we got to get rid of Sokolov. Where is he? Yeah. Get rid of Sokolov and you put Isaac Ratcliffe out there. I think that's kind of the way that's going to go. And I think we're just going to go with it. And the second line is probably going to be absolutely lethal. You know what I mean? And then our defense, I'd like our top pairing to be better than this. But I like the +3 here. I like the +3 here. We weakened our third pairing a little bit. But I'm kind of fine with it. Stephen Johns, I'd love for him to have, a little bit of a lengthened career if possible. And then we got to send somebody down here. And I think if anybody's going to get sent down, it's probably going to be... Man, who's it going to be? He's 25. He's 23. So you know what? You got to send the older guy down. You know what I mean? So Dmitry Sokolov is going to get sent down because he is older. Shish Kebab, I think he's just got more NHL potential, and he's probably going to get into a couple of games this year. And it's like, he fits everywhere. Wade Allison kind of fits everywhere in that bottom 9. But it's like he kind of fits everywhere too, you know what I mean? This is a tough one. But no, Sokolov's got to be the one to go back down. I think we got a ton of playmakers down there, right? So Sokolov is going to go back down to the minors. Whoops. And I think this is kind of what we're going with. This is going to be our team. I honestly think one of the biggest problems for the general manager is the goaltending. I think he's just unhappy with goaltending. And I'm going to trade away Chad Chris and very quickly look for a trade for Bo Horvat to see if we could get like a center power forward. You know what I mean? And if we can get a center power forward, I think our team's going to be looking really solid. But first thing we're going to do is get rid of Chad Chris so we don't forget about that. So we're going to go way down to the bottom. Way down to the bottom. Chad Chris. Does anybody even want him? It's not going to be, does anybody want him? It's going to be, can anybody afford him? For nothing. Can I get a 6th round pick for him? No, eh? Might be able to pick up a 7th for him. Maybe. You know what I mean? That might work. Trade accepted. There you go. So Chad Chris is now officially gone. We'll go back to the start. Yeah. And then we're going to see about Mr. Bobo. Bo Horvat. All the value in the world. We're going to have to look at centers, and we're going to see if we can find a power forward center like Trevor Zegras. No, he's a playmaker. Sammy Steele, playmaker. Zach LaRue, playmaker. So it's not going to be here. Stamkos, nope. We need like a high end. High end. Oh, Dylan Cousins. Could you imagine? Oh! 1 year at 8.8. Dylan Cousins. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh my God. I think we found the guy we want to go for. I'd extend him forever. He's like 22 years old. Holy. All right. So it's Dylan Cousins for Bo Horvat. I don't know that it's ever going to go through. I would have to give them like that 2nd round pick. I might be able to get away with giving them like these 3, but I still don't think so. For Cousins, I doubt it'll work. Rejected. Yeah, no way. I'll give you one of the 7ths. No, you know what? I'll still give you, and then I'll give you the 5th. How about that? I'll give you everything I got but the 2nd round pick. Rejected. Yeah, it's not going to work. I'm going to have to give you guys something legit. I got to give you the 2nd, man. Oh, here we go. Is it going to work? Rejected. Oh. What else can I give you? Maybe I can give you the 5th. And St. Louis is 7th, so I got a couple little pieces of... Oh, there you go. We got it. We got Dylan Cousins as our number 1 center. Holy flippin' crap. Is this going to be just... Oh, he fits everywhere, too. Substitute in all lines, +3. Yeah, man. I feel better about that. Now, could we try maybe upgrading our goaltending? Even if we were to find like a goaltender. See, Linus Ullmark's got value. He has value. Not a ton of it, but he has some value. What do they got? They got like no starter. They got Korpisalo, Mrazek. Like 84 is pretty standard, right? The Oilers, they got no one. Oh, Spencer Knight. My goodness. They got too many goalies. Oh, man. I said this year I do want to go all in, man. I don't want to keep missing the playoffs here. You go with someone like a Mackenzie Blackwood, right? Oh, God, look at his stats. He's beautiful. He's a goddamn beauty. 6 years at 5.3 is kind of ugly, though. Oh, man. We got like, you know what? No. Allmark, we're going to go with it. We got a good team. We have a pretty good team this year, and I'm pretty satisfied with what we've got. You know what I mean? So we're going to take... I do still have to do special teams and stuff like that. So we'll try and get through them as quickly as possible. All right, so now that special teams is done, we're going to take a quick look at what our lines look like. So we got Jake Gensel, Dylan Cousins, and Thatcher Lewis on that top line with Josh Anderson, Sam Reinhart, and Jakob Silverberg on the second line. Dominic Bach, Pavel Zacha, and Isaac Ratcliffe making his debut for us anyway on that third line, and Sundqvist, Getzlaf, and Joel Armia on that fourth line. So I'm really happy with that fourth line, and I'm a little happier with that third line than I was last year. Also, I just think in general this team has a better lineup than it's had like previously. I'm not nuts about the fact that Parayko and Barrie only have a +1 on this first pairing, but Lucas Johansson and Alexander Romanov have a +3. We got Steven Johns and Michael Riley on that third pairing. So a brand new third pairing defense. In net, we've got Linus Ullmark, Ilya Sorokin. Now let's move on to special teams, where we got Thatcher Lewis, Dylan Cousins, Pavel Zacha, Jake Gensel, and Tyson Barrie rocking that number one power play. Second power play is Isaac Ratcliffe, Sam Reinhart, Josh Anderson, Jakob Silverberg, and Alexander Romanov. Four-man power play, much the same, except we're putting Lucas Johansson out there in the four-man power play. Sam Reinhart, Josh Anderson, Jakob Silverberg, and Alexander Romanov on the second four-man power play unit. Penalty kill, it's going to be Sonny Bach with Steven Johns and Colton Parayko. And then we're going to have Ryan Getzlaf with Joel Armia, Mike Riley, and Lucas Johansson. And I'm not overly nuts about our three-man penalty kill, but you're really not killing a 5-on-3 that often. I think we should be okay with that. I did do the extras, but that's just too much. We're not getting into it. What we want to do is just get this damn season started. All right, so let's just go to the calendar real quick. We're going to sim through the preseason, and then what we haven't done in a season or two is we're actually going to... No, I don't want... I'm not giving you Parayko for Niederreiter. Get out of my life. What we're going to do is stop after the preseason, and we are actually going to see who did what and how kind of thing. The preseason is not a good way to look at how a team is going to do throughout the regular season kind of thing. You know, it's like, don't look at the preseason and be like, oh, this team's going to fail because it failed in the preseason. Everything's all messed up. Every team's got weird lines out there. And if you put a really overpowered team that's like 90, 90, and 90 overall out there against like 60s, the game is naturally going to let like the 60s win for some reason. like 5 out of 10 times the better team will lose, right? I don't know. It's weird. But, yeah, so Jake Gensel, 6 points in 7 games. I'm fine with that. But he is playing big minutes. It's a small sample size. But Dylan Cousins with 2 goals and 5 assists. Very happy with that. Thatcher Lewis, 9 points. I love it. 4 points for Silverberg. 4 points for Reinhart. 2 goals for Josh Anderson. That second line was a minus. I'm not overly happy about that. 2 assists for Bach. Fine with that. No points for Pavel Zacha. Less fine with that. That's less premium. And 2 points for Ratcliffe. An assist for Joel Armia. 3 points for friggin' Ryan Getzlaf. So maybe giving him a diminished role on this team is actually a good thing. I think he retires as a member of the Soo Snow. And then 2 goals for Sonny, who did drop back down a little bit. I think for the first couple of years he was a third line forward, like he legitimate third line forward, and then it dropped off after that. Colton Parayko with a -3 and no points, but that's okay. It's the preseason. That doesn't tell you the whole story. 3 assists for Tyson Barrie. That's fine. And I like that Colton Parayko is carrying the heaviest load because he was kind of the defender that I wanted to carry the heaviest load, and Tyson Barrie is playing 23 minutes a night instead of like 25. 19-16 for Lucas Johansson, but he has no points. So I don't know what's going on with him, but he does not produce right now. And 2 points for Romanov, and just about 20 minutes on ice per game. I'm fine with that. 15-35 for Mike Riley, who was a +5. So is this going to be the pairing that's like our most consistent pairing? It's going to be Stephen Johns and Mike Riley, right? That could be. You never know. Linus Allmark with a 907, a 2.74. He played all 7 games except for three shots against in a relief appearance for Ilya Sorokin. Wow. All right. Well, you know what? Like I said before, that doesn't tell the whole story. But I do want to go... Hold on. I got to go to my settings really quickly and make sure I have auto-rotate goalies still on. I don't see why it would be off. Yeah. All right. So here we go. Auto-rotate goalies is on. So we're just going to get into it. You know what I mean? All right. Let's get through the month of October, where we're probably... I think we're only playing like 8 or 9 games in the month of October. But it is going to be interesting to see how this team does right out of the gate. It's not always the best indicator, but hey, we got a win in that first game. Monstrous loss in the second game. It was like 9-2. Now let's go take a look at this draft class real quick just to see what we're missing out on this year, because I don't think we really have... hold on, I want to go to the draft board. Yeah, we have a 6th round pick and a 7th round pick. You know what? There is like almost no point in us actually looking at this draft. But I am going to go way down into the hundreds, and I think I'm going to go and maybe try and look for some folks and see if we can find like a draft steal or two. Like, who's this guy? Lawrence Morrissey. He's injury prone and everything. You never know, right? Kelvin Coburn, 6'3", 202. He's 17 years old. He's got good poise and everything. Could end up being a decent goaltending prospect. Let's see, man. Let's see. It's a Mink. Albert Mink. What do we got? Defensive consistency is a concern. Dorian Nelson is, I love his name. He's likely a power forward, good goal scorer, nose for the net, strength. Could be a grinder. Well, no, he's got that goal scoring part. So yeah, probably is a power forward, right? Oh man, Andrei Galiev. Is he Sergei's little brother or something, man? Galehagos. What else do we got? Another goaltender, Dallas Morrison. What a damn name! And he played 1 game, and it was a pretty damn good game. Well, I'll take a closer look at him. Santiago McNeely. That is a wild name. Timu Leitinen. I don't know about that one, man. Oh, look at this. Burned Wolf. Wow, what a name. I want to screenshot this guy. Burned Wolf. Holy shit. That is that's the best name I've seen like ever. That's amazing. And then we'll check. There's a chance we might be able to find somebody else that's halfway decent a little farther down here. So we are going to see, well, we got a sniper down here, Richard Blatney. That's an interesting name as well, right? Some concerns of me. Well, we'll take a look at him anyway. We're going to have a freaking Ville Salio. That's quite a wild name, too. Let's take a look at him. I can't believe that, though. Burned Wolf. They want to give me Lucas Wallmark for a 3rd and a 5th next year? No. We don't want to do that. We are off to a horrendous 2-4, 3-4 start. Oh, 7-0 win. There you go. So we're 4-5-0 to start the season. I do want to take a closer look. Josh Anderson on that second line. Leading the parade. You know what? We are just going to do it this way, because I'm pretty sure I remember where everybody is, right? All right, so Dylan Cousins. He's looking relatively solid here. What did he do last year? Last year he had career high 58 points, right? And this year he's on pace for much better than that. And if he does get better than that, if he can put up 70, 75 points, I think he could very well go to like 90, 91 overall. And I think he could be an absolutely elite friggin' top line guy. We're going to have to pay him like real monies though. Dominic Bach. Wow. Who'd have thunk it, right? Could he jump and grow into a top 6 guy too, right? So we could have like Reinhart, Silverberg, and Bach or something, right? And maybe move on from Josh Anderson at some point. He's a tremendous player, but it's like his cap hit is, well, it's not like it's a terrible cap hit. You know what I mean? I do want to see. So Silverberg, we need to get that goal scoring back for him. You know what I mean? He had one goal in the preseason. He has one goal in 9 games in the regular season. Romanov's looking great, other than the fact that he is a -7. After that, Lucas Johansson, at least he has 2 goals, but again, -7. That is not exactly what you want to see. You know what I mean? So Stephen Johns and Mike Riley, still both pluses, right? So who are the minuses on this team? We got Joel Armia. He's a 4th liner, though, so it's not like, he's playing 9 minutes and 50 seconds a friggin' game. It's not like he's playing big minutes. Sundqvist. So that 4th line is a minus. Getz is still doing, relatively okay. It's Lucas Johansson, Romanov. Also, Silverberg's a minus. Cousins is a -4, -2, -2, -1. But we have a losing record, so that does kind of make sense to me anyway. You know what I mean? So I don't think it's anything to be overly concerned about just yet. I think once you get through November and get into December, if this trend keeps going where it's like we're losing more than we're winning, maybe we got to shake things up a little bit. They think it's going to be a good year for rookies. They want to give me Tyler Toffoli, but this is year 5, so he'd be what, 33 or 34 now? Something like that? I'm not 100% sure. He might even be like 35 or so. I can't remember how old he is. He's like 29 or 30 anyway. I don't think we need him though. There we go. A couple good wins in a row. There's a loss, another loss, another loss. Jesus. I'm not giving you Colton Parayko though. Get that freaking idea out of your head. All right, Colton Parayko has been injured with a sore hip. His return is November 26th, and it is, what's the date right now? I think it's like the 19th or 18th. Okay. So he's not going to miss too much time. Lucas Johansson fits everywhere, but I think so does, no, Romanov doesn't. Mike Riley fits everywhere. Who do we have scratched? We've got no defenseman scratched. That's not good. So we got to call somebody up here. Go to roster moves. I'll fix it afterwards. Go to roster moves. Who do we got? We got Jeremy Roy. We also got Libor Hayek. Man, I was going to say you need someone with a salary that nobody's going to take. That's the thing, right? Okay, first of all, I want to look and see who's going through waivers or not. Like DeFazio is not. Meyer. Man, we don't have a ton of guys. We only have 2 defensemen that don't have to clear waivers. And I don't like either of those options, so I think you got to go, or hold on. It's like Jeremy Roy, but I feel like he doesn't fit anywhere, you know? It's Libor Hayek that fits everywhere, but he makes $1 million and he's a minor league player. So I think we could probably get away with it. So we're going to call up Libor Hayek. And we're going to give him a little cup of coffee here in the NHL. So we're going to throw Lucas Johansson up there, and I want to see where Libor Hayek fits. Something tells me he fits relatively well everywhere, so what we're going to do is throw Mike Riley up there. Oh, we can't. You don't want a defensive defenseman and a defensive defenseman together. So here we go. Substitute in all lines. We're going to have to do it that way. It's going to have to be Hayek and Romanov. Yeah, unfortunately, that's the way she's going to go, man. So now if I back out of this, I got to fix the AHL. We'll do best lines. Yeah, look at that. That works. All right, let's keep on keeping on. They still want Colton Parayko, and they want to give me Mika Zibanejad. They want 2 years worth of 7th round picks, Colton Parayko, and that is for Zibanejad and a 3rd. I just don't know in year 4 if Zibanejad's exactly worth it at this point. So we're just going to keep going there. Now we can put Colton Parayko back out there. Past that New Jersey game, they really want, everybody wants Colton Parayko. That's the crazy thing, right? There you go, 3-2 win, and we are 1 game below 500, but we were without basically our best defenseman for a huge chunk of that. Now, there is something that I had thought about too, right? Because I am going to check everybody's stats and everything, right? But something that I had thought is, what if we were to kind of move on from Tyson Barrie and get a more defensively responsible defenseman? You know what I mean? He's 87 overall. He makes $6.6 million a year. What if we were to move Barrie? at some point throughout the season, move on from Tyson Barrie and just get a more defensively responsible defenseman. I mean, he's having a decent year, I think, right? I'm pretty sure Tyson Barrie is having a decent year. So let's take a look now. Thatcher Lewis is a -9. That is not amazing. I'm not overly nuts about that. Josh Anderson is having an incredible year. Sammy Reinhart is doing pretty damn good, and he's a plus. Jakob Silverberg, it seems like the scoring is gone at this point. You know, it really seems like he's more of a passing sniper at this point. And the more I look at it, the more I'm like, I think that contract might age badly, but Jay Gensel is looking just fine. I think putting him with a created guy like Thatcher Lewis, that might cause some scoring problems for Jake Gensel, but he's not having any production problems, you know what I mean? Dylan Cousins is looking great. He's got 19 points in 23 games, but he's a -10, and he has 35 penalty minutes, so that is problematic. Tyson Barrie is a plus, and he does have 16 points, you know? He had a really down year last year. He had 63 points with us that first year, 52 the second year, but just 39 points last year. He was still a plus. He missed 10 games, so if he would have had those 10 games, I think he likely has about 45 points, but he's still trending in the wrong direction. And now he looks like he might be having a bit of a comeback here. Pavel Zacha has looked great this year. Box looked good. Romanov, I got no beef with that except the -12. Ratcliffe, I'm fine with that. Getz, I have no expectations for Getzlaf. Lucas Johansson's got to do better. Steven Johns, where's Mike Riley? Mike Riley and Steven Johns, I got no problem with what they're doing. Sonny needs to be better. Parayko needs to be better. I know he was injured, but it's like he needs to be better than that, man. How are we doing in net? Linus Allmark, not getting it done. Absolutely not getting it done. But Ilya Sorokin, not getting it done. But here's the only problem with that. I say again, right? We were without our best defenseman for the last 4 or 5 games. So that really hurts that as well, right? So, hold on. First thing I want to do is I want to look at Tyson Barrie and what his value. He has all the value in the world, right? So Tyson Barrie, and he is 32 years old. Tyson Barrie has got all the value in the world. I could trade him for just about anyone. Get rid of that 6.6. Get a better defenseman. We're going to see what everything looks like. Once we hit January 1st, I want to see where we are. I would be very excited. I would be very excited to get to January 1st and just see what's out there and see what we could potentially do in a trade. Like I said, I wanted to stick with Allmark. I want to see if we can get an entire month where our defense is healthy, and if we can get an entire month where our defense core is healthy, what do the goalie stats look like then? You know, I think we've got a pretty damn good team that is just dramatically underperforming right now. All right, let's go to the Central Scout rankings and let's see some of the guys that we have watch listed and see what they look like. Salio, we don't really have any more info on him. Richard Blatney, not a ton of info. Lawrence Morrissey, he looks like he could be a halfway decent guy. He's a defenseman. Kelvin Coburn, that could be an interesting one. I think you got a Burned Wolf. I so want this guy. And he's a character guy. Engaged physically. Yeah, he's could be a defensive defenseman. I doubt he's medium elite. Probably medium top 6D. Something like that. Or you never know. Could be the friggin' steal of the draft, right? But Burned Wolf looks like a character guy. He's from Freiburg. Burned Wolf. What a damn name. I just can't get over that. That's I've never seen a name like that before, and it's unreal. And I kind of love it. All right, so what we're going to do is get to January 1st. Oh, look at that. We're above 5. Well, we're 500. Now we're losing games again. Oh, my goodness, man. They want to give me Chris Tierney in a 7th for next year's 3rd and 4th. Nope. We got to start winning some games, man. There we go. There. Oh, yeah. Okay, so we're 17, 18, and 2, approaching the halfway point of the season. This is where if there's any poise, it's once you get past the halfway point of the season, if there's any poise on your team, that's when it starts coming out. So I do want to look at who are the points leaders and stuff like that on this team. I think just about everybody is a minus right now. You know what I mean? I think just about nobody's looking overly amazing right now except pretty much Thatcher Lewis, and he's not even a point per game. So that would be back-to-back seasons where he would not be a point per game player. I think he's on pace for about 74 points this year, 75 points, which is better than last year, but not exactly where you want it to be. I mean, he is kind of one of those face of the franchise kind of dudes. But I mean, we got to stop this losing here, you know what I mean? So it's like if we were to go out and get if we were to go out and wait, hold on, I wasn't done there. I'm an idiot. If we were to go out and replace our goaltending and get better goaltending, I mean, Allmark's numbers are beginning to trend in the right direction. Like he was at an 885 or something last time. Now he's at an 897. His numbers have improved a little bit, but his poise is only 82. Sorokin has relieved him a lot of times, and he has like fantastic poise. So I don't know, man. I kind of feel like you gotta move Allmark and you gotta find a different goaltender. You know, I think we gotta step up the goaltending a little bit. So first thing I want to do is look at contracts, see what everybody's saying. Dylan Cousins wants an extension. Romanov wants an extension. I want to lock those guys down. Romanov has been pretty damn good. He's got 13 points. I would say he's on pace for, I think he's good for 30 points this year, and I'm fine with that. He's a great player. I got no beef. He made $3 million last year. What does he want now? 5.3. I could get him for about 4.8, 4.75 for 4 years. I got no beef with that. Yeah. I don't know. It's like a party you almost want to wait until afterwards, right? Pavel Zacha does want to come back again. He was making 2.32 last time. It's like Isaac Ratcliffe was on like a freaking two-way deal, or he still is on a two-way deal. But Pavel Zacha, what would he want? He would want 3. I could get him for 2.9. Maybe 2.8. I might be able to get him for 2.8. So that actually wouldn't be that much of a raise. I do like Zacha quite a bit. Then you go to Isaac Ratcliffe. What would he want? 1.3 for 2 years, and that takes him to unrestricted free agency. I'd rather get him for like 1.4 for 3 years. He's only 24 years old. I think he's got 10 points. If he gets 15 goals this year, I'm happy with that. If he can get up to 10 assists, that would be fantastic. You know, if he get 25 to 30 points on that third line this year, I'd be pretty satisfied with that. I'm hoping he would grow after that and be a legitimate good third liner. Getz wants to come back. He's got 8 points. He likely doesn't crack 20 points next year. But it all turns into what does he want, right? He's probably going to want a two-way deal. No, he wants 1 year, $1 million. That's not that bad, right? But I don't know. I kind of feel like the age of Ryan Getzlaf might be coming to a close. He wants 1 year, 7.7. He wants less for 2 years. I'd kind of like him for 2. I could probably get him for like 7.3. I could probably get him for under. Whoops. Punch the fucking microphone. I could probably get him for under $7 million a year. Like I could probably get him for like 6.95 kind of thing. Or maybe just for, you know, get him for like 7.25 for 2 years kind of thing. And then he's still an RFA. And the salary cap has gone up. I think he's the guy that I want to worry about right now. 7.25 is not that bad. Go to goaltendies. I think Allmark is a contract you got to move. You know what I mean? So I think you got to move Linus Allmark. You got to see who wants him, and we got to upgrade that net, man. Oleg Moroza is so close. What if we got an expensive rental? You know what I mean? Carolina, what do they have in net? They don't even really have like a starter, right? You get like a Korpisalo or something, right? He's not exactly having a great year either. But he's got such good poise, great stats, but 4 years, 5.6. He's got all the value in the world. That's the thing, right? So it's like if you were to move Korpisalo for Allmark, you would have to like add a prospect, right? I don't know how much I want to really offer them, but what would they want for skaters? They want... What would I be willing to give them anyway? Go to all skaters. Who do we have that's like... I'm not going to give you Connor Bedard, obviously. He's the kind of guy you want to like build a team around, you know? This guy's an offensive defenseman, so I do not want to move him. Yuha Kuta, he's finally starting to grow a little bit. Playmaking center. Do not want to move him. Leonardo P. Grabowski, he's not even really one of our... He is 79 overall. He was a 6th round pick last year. Are you joking? Dude, I got him in the 6th round. He was 70 overall, and he is now 79. This is January. Oh my God. Holy shit. This is insane. He grew by 9 in 6 months. What is he going to be next year? Logan Mester. Is he going to be like a friggin' franchise player or something? Like, what the hell? Holy shit, man. You're officially my favorite human being on the planet. Wow. That's unbelievable. Honestly, I don't believe it. That's insanity. Holy. I would move the prospect Grabowski along with him. We've never used him. We got him via trade from the Montreal Canadiens in the Alexander Romanov trade. Freaking Logan Mester. Holy hell. Dude, that is nuts. Oh man, it has been a long time since I saw anything like that. That's crazy. Let's see if this will go through. I would love to have Korpisalo on this team. I would give them Allmark and a prospect. Will they do it? They won't. Okay, we would have to add a little something, something. You know what I mean? What if we added like a lower down prospect, something like that? Someone we don't care too much about, you know? We have that's like unsigned. I don't exactly want to give them DeFazio, but I would. Isaiah DeFazio was taken last year. Well, he was taken at this past draft. He's 64. Something tells me he was like 62 when I got him. So he is growing, but I would add him. Isaiah DeFazio. See if that would help this along. Rejected. Nope. I will give you these two guys. I just got to find something else that goes with it. At this point, these late draft picks, I don't exactly want to just give them up. What if I gave you a 5th round pick on top of all that? That's something else that you want, you know? Rejected? No, it'd have to be an earlier pick than that. It's going to have to be like a 4th. Maybe even more. I don't know. A 4th. Will that do it? No. I'd have to add something else too, like a 7th. 4th and a 7th. This is getting one-sided here, man. Nah, it's not going to work, eh? I don't think it's going to be Corpy. So I'm going to keep looking through goaltenders, and I'll find something, then I'll let you know. All right, let's see if this will friggin' work then. Kakinen for Allmark. Both have similar salaries. Both have 4 years left. I think I would have to add a little something. So, what do we got? Low-down skaters that don't matter that you guys are interested in. You would want that Grabowski kid, which I would be willing to give you. I was already willing to give you. But, again, you are going to get me back into this damn draft. So we'll take a 4th round pick. And what? Maybe a 3rd next year. Still kind of one-sided. I wish they had more draft picks this year. But that would get me a 4th, 6th, and 7th round pick, right? They really need to add 3-way deals into this game. Or instead, what if I took out the 4th and the 3rd and got myself back into the 2nd round of the... What? I hate this game so much. Get myself back into the 2nd round of this draft and maybe get that 4th as well? Does that look pretty even? Let's see if we can get this one done. So that would get me really back in this draft. Rejected. No. What if I took out the 4th? Whaboom? Rejected. No, I'd have to add something then. Like I said, I would be willing to move on from a later draft pick next year. Hey, man, Allmark is a good goaltender. We just don't like him. Come on, man. Make it happen. Jesus Christ on Quaaludes. I would have to basically remove that draft pick. I'd have to go for like a 4th. I think that's about as good as she's going to get for us. Yeah, that worked. So, there we go. We got rid of Linus Allmark. Okay, come on. More responsive menus, EA. All right, so here we go. We got Capo Kakinen as our new goaltender. He's got great stats. He's got a great record. Now we got to go edit lines, put him on our team that should be just a lot better than it is. So we'll put Kakinen out there. Now let's see what we can accomplish here. Oh yeah, I had thought about moving on from Tyson Barrie as well, but now we got a new goaltender. I do want to see how we do with him for the first month, and then once we start approaching the deadline, maybe we try to upgrade on defense, grab that big deal defenseman that fits on our top pairing, and see if that really pushes us over the top kind of thing. So now we're back. We're going to January. Oh, yeah, that's right. We're also waiting to see if Dylan Cousins will sign a 2-year extension with us. Let's get to January 31st. It was an easy decision to renew my contract. Beautiful. Mr. Dylan Cousins. There we go. 4-3 win. Loss. Goddamn. Loss. Jesus. We haven't scored a goal in 100 years now. What is going on with this team? Or are we gonna get kicked out of this? You know what? If we're 10 games below 500, I'll trade Tyson Barrie and I'll get a first round pick. I'll try and get ours back. You know what I mean? All right, just keep keeping on, man. That's brutal. They want a 3rd and this year's 7th. They want to give me Jordan Stahl and a 4th next year. No, thank you. What do we got? So we're 22, 23. We're staying around 500. That's the problem, right? We're sticking right around 500. I think Tyson Barrie should still have some, quite a bit of trade value. What did that say we were in our last 10? 4, 4, and 2. That's the problem. We seem to be going stagnant, So Thatcher Lewis, 86 overall. He's got 43 points. Sammy Reinhart is looking really, really good. He is an exact top 6 guy. His cap hit is just a little bit too high, though. 9 points something or other. Josh Anderson is looking great. Dylan Cousins, 40 points. He looks good. He looks absolutely fine. Jake Gensel looks good. 39 points. Silverberg's really picked it up. Tyson Barrie, 30 points, but he's a -7. You know what I mean? Pavel Zacha is having a great year. Bach he's doing good. For a third liner, he's doing just fine. Romanov, 18 points in 49 games. I got no beef with that whatsoever. Ratcliffe's fine. Sonny's picking it up a little bit. Armia's doing fine. Johansson needs to be better. Absolutely needs to be better. 11 points is unacceptable. I'm almost tempted to move on from Lucas Johansson because he's underperforming like crazy, man. The only thing with him is he fits everywhere perfectly. Parayko, not a big point producer, but he only has 8 points, and that is kind of unacceptable. We need Parayko to produce a little more than that, Man, but how's the goaltending doing? Kakinen is at a 908 and a 2.77, and we are 1 game above 500 since grabbing him. So we are clearly doing better with him. And Sorokin might be doing a little better. He's 3-7-1 in 15 games, meaning he has come in relief 4 times this season. I think at least 3 of them were under Linus Ullmark. So I'm thinking now with Kakinen, I think maybe our goaltending got a little better, which is good. That's what you want. We have an elite prospect, right? An elite goaltending prospect. We have a starter prospect. So very quickly, I do want to go to player search. I want to go and find, you know what? We're just going to search defensemen. We're just going to look for defensemen, and we're going to see what we find, right? You got John Carlson. He's 34 years old. That's the problem with him, right? Vicky Hedman, 92. He's 33 years old. You don't want a goal, or you don't want a defenseman that's 100 years old, What about a Quinn Hughes? He's not going to fit anywhere. Cale Makar, he won't fit anywhere. Noah Hannafin. Could you imagine getting Noah frickin' Hannafin on this team? He doesn't fit, though. That's the only problem. Darnell Nurse would be a fantastic defenseman. Oh, God, and he fits everywhere. But his contract is coming up. Or even a Shabbat would be unbelievable on this team. Fits everywhere. 4 years at $8 million. So where does friggin' what's his face there? Tyson Barrie, where does yeah, there he is. So he has very similar trade value to a bunch of these guys. Even though he dropped down to top 4D from elite, he's got 30 points this year, but he's a -7. We just need someone who's better defensively, and someone who fits better on this team. When we were looking around, someone like a Darnell Nurse. He's the perfect defenseman for this team, but his contract is expiring. That's the only downfall. So it's do you want to make a trade for a Darnell Nurse? Darnell Nurse, 1 year, 7.35. And in exchange, I'll give you Tyson Barrie. See, Barry's got slightly less value, but he does have a smaller cap hit. And that cap hit, I would say that would increase his value a bit. The fact that that cap hit is 6.6 and it's 3 more years, you know? It's like something you don't really have to worry about. So who would we have to move in order to get this done, right? Man, you got to give them something they want. That's the thing. So, Master, goddamn, what an animal. How is his trade value not like full? Oh, man. Kalle Lindgren, what a piece of garbage you look like suddenly. Who would it have to be? It's not going to be Claremont. I might move on from Dice. He's a sniping and he's EA-ified too. I'd move him. They got too many skaters. What if I took a shitty contract from you? Do you have any shitty contracts? You do. You got like Ethan Bear. That's a terrible contract. Nick Bonino. He's an AHL guy. I could just waive him. I'll take Nick Bonino from you. And Darnell Nurse. So that just saved you over $10 million and you're taking 6.6 back. So you just saved a little money. Is this going to work? Rejected. I'd have to sweeten the deal a little bit. But I got to take skaters from them, you know what I mean? All right, now what if we were able to throw that 4th round pick at you? Rejected. As soon as I saw that we're a better team with Capo Kakinen, I was like, no, man, we just got to improve. We just got to get better. That's it, you know? I kind of think I got to give you guys someone unsigned. You know what I mean? You think you got to give them somebody that's unsigned. I'm not giving you Juha Kuta. I'm not giving you Mester. What do you want? Quaaludes? What's wrong with you? I think you kind of have to give them like Kalle Lindgren. You know, oh God, it's just the wheels, man. He's got wheels for days. His durability's not amazing. His puck skills are terrible. But it's like he could be 2 years out. We got Connor Bedard. What is Mester again? He's a 2-way forward, but he's like an unreal 2-way forward. That's fine. I'm fine with that. But like I said, when it comes to Kalle Lindgren, it's like we got a lot of snipers coming up, you know? I could move Kalle Lindgren. He's unsigned. That really bumps that value up, and we could get Darnell Nurse right now. We can't get Darnell Nurse right now. But yeah, like I said, as soon as I saw that Capo Kakinen, we were going to get like better results with him probably. It's like upgrade the defense and just go with it, but I don't think they're willing to make it happen. This is going to turn into something longer than it needs to be. All right, hold on. We go to defense. Lucas Johansson still has value. But now we need to find a top 4 defenseman that is going to do better. Like an Adam Pelech. Little older. Definitely got the poise. Definitely amazing defensively. Fits everywhere and the penalty kill. Wow. There you go. Okay, so we're taking on a little bit more money, less term, which I don't mind, actually. Let's see if this will just go through. We're giving you a younger, slightly cheaper, longer-term option. Rejected. So again, I'm going to have to add a little bit of a sweetener. I would be willing to give you like a 5th-round pick next year. Would that sweeten the deal enough for you? Nope. It's going to have to be a 4th. I don't want to give you too many draft picks, though, because I don't want to knock myself. There you go. We got Adam Pelech. We got a more experienced, more playoff-hardened, defenseman. Is he even in the NHL right now? I don't think he is, eh? No, I actually got to go in the system and get him. Adam Pelech. Let's go, buddy. So let's go edit lines. And now he's a defensive defenseman, so our goaltending should improve even more. So Adam Pelech fits pretty well everywhere. Only gets a +1 with Romanov, but I'm okay with that. I'm fine with that. Look at how much better our defense just got. And poise. And he's got durability for days. And I want to see how we do this month. And like I said, if everything continues to fall off the map and this team does not pull its head out of its ass a little bit here, and we're still really struggling, I think you just get rid of Tyson Barrie, get our 1st-round pick back, and let's just keep building. You know what I mean? So let's skip on ahead and see what happens. There's a loss. Oh, my goodness. There's a loss. Oh, There's a win. There you go. Everyone's starting to fire their coaches right now, too. Everybody wants Colton Parayko still. We're still losing. They want to give me Mangiapane back. Okay. They want to give me Arturi Lehkonen. No, thank you. This is unbelievable. We're still just getting worse by the day here. It's like, what's going on? All right. Big losses. Oh, shit. Who was that? Oh, man. I meant to press down and I pressed the friggin' A button instead. Okay, Silverberg, Anderson. That's not really going to work overly well. Who else could we use? Oh, don't I have a center somewhere down here? Shish Kebab. There you go. Playmaking center, and he fits on the second line. Guess what? Guess who's getting into some NHL games? Shish Kebab. Let's do it. +3, baby. Wasn't he top 6? Did he drop to top 9? That's terrible. Another loss. Yeah, I think we're in tank now mode, man. We're still tanking. I was like, man, we got a 1-year rebuild. All's going to be great. I think you move Tyson Barrie. Personally, I think you move Tyson Barrie, get our first round pick back. And I think that's what you do. Just get back into that first round. Hold on, I want to view the draft class. Because our draft pick, again, could be a really good one. You get like Dakota Anderson. He's 3 years out. That's the only thing I don't like about that. But there's like no defenseman in this top 10 other than Damian Tanev. No scouts in this region. It's the Q. Since when do I have no scouts in the Q? We go for like Thomas Hanula. 2 years out, top 4. All I know is we need defense. We need defensive prospects, you know. Kyler Betts, he is NHL ready, medium elite right wing. I doubt he's a two-way forward, man. He's either he's a sniper. He's 100% a sniper. Everybody's a goddamn sniper. Tommy Koivisto, he is a playmaker. A playmaking right winger. That could be big. I think we go for our number 1 pick. Hope for the best. All else fails, you go for Kyler Betts, Damian Anderson. Maybe Kalle Zibanejad. He is apparently NHL ready and medium top 6 forward. So I imagine he's actually like 76 overall. Based on these, it's like, you know what? He might be a more realistic guy to go for anyway. But Hanula, yeah. So now we're looking in the first round. I think we get rid of Tyson Barrie and we try and get our first round pick back. Because we're still terrible. I'm going to say conservative seller. Enter the trade deadline. We have elite goalie prospects. Man, you got to be bad to be good, you know? And now they want to get rid of friggin' Darnell Nurse. They want a first-round draft pick for him. Tyson Barrie. Return first-line forward. Not even close. I wish, oh, man. Terrible. Terrible game. All right, so. Should have been able to. It'd be cool if you could change that. Like, what do you want for Tyson Barrie? And it's like, my goddamn pick back. I just got to figure out who the hell has it. I can't remember who has my first round pick. So the Ottawa Senators have the Soo Snow's first round draft pick and their own. So it's like, what do you do with that, right? Let's see if they would take it. They have too many skaters. They're not exactly having a tremendous season either, right? So I would have to just take a very low quality dude like this guy. There you go. Oh, they're over the league maximum salary cap. So I have to take on like a less than premium contract. Do they really have any? It's like Kyle Palmieri, 5.7. Two-way forward. Doesn't fit anywhere, though. Otherwise, I'd be like, you know what? Screw it. Whatever. I'll take it. Fits on the penalty kill. Victor Mete. What about Drake the Snake Batherson here? Drake take a Batherson. Gino Dadonov, third line snipe. He doesn't fit anywhere. So I can't get our first round pick back. But the thing is, if I give them Tyson, I have to get a first round pick. That's the thing. And I got to get like a good first round pick, you know? We got to get the first round pick of like the worst team in the NHL. Because otherwise, if we tank this whole season, you know what I mean? If we tank the season, and our first draft pick is in the first round, that's insanity, you know? So they had him available, and then they didn't say nothing. It's like, yeah, we need a first round pick. Might be able to hold on to DeFazio. Tyson Barrie, a third and a fourth for their first round pick. Rejected anyway. Okay. Oh my goodness. Are we like trapped? Are we doomed to have this pick? Are we doomed to like completely lose out on this draft this year? Because if we do, that is catastrophic. Or we could wait and move Barry at the draft. Move for someone in there. You know what I mean? Oh my God. This is like bad to worse, dude. Honestly, this is a bad to worse situation. I'm exiting the trade deadline. All right, so you know what? We got to just simulate the rest of the season away. This has become a catastrophic thing. It's like everything you guys have seen it, man. Everything says this team's okay. This is a good team, and look at we're just still losing. We have lost 10 in a row, you know? Just 10 in a goddamn 11 in a row. I'm not looking at the draft class because like somehow we have managed to lose so many goddamn games. Sam Reinhart. That's probably a huge factor. The fact that we have not... Hold on, I'm going to say continue. Now we're going to stop it. We're 30, 40, and 5. So you know what? Ottawa, you're welcome. You're welcome for the top 5 pick we just gave you. Top 3 pick we just gave you. This is absolutely insane. Oh my God. Like I said, bad to worse. We are the new San Jose Sharks. Holy shit. That's honestly the only comparison I can make right now. We are the new San Jose. Sorokin, 23 games, 901. He's having a terrible year here too. What is happening? Like, our defense is good. Our offense is good. Everything about this team is perfectly good. You know what I mean? Everything about this team is good. Our defense is fine. Our goaltending's good. Our offense is great. And we're just losing every game. Again. It makes no sense. Josh Anderson's out for the rest of the year. That's fine. Isaac Ratcliffe will not take his place. Who else do we have? We got Wade Allison, and he fits everywhere. So Wade Allison is going to get into a couple of games to end the season. There you go, buddy. It doesn't matter. We can't freaking win anyway. Josh Anderson is available to play in the teams. I'm going to say screw it. There, you get 2 wins right at the end. Yay, thanks. Yay is me. 3 wins in a row to end the season. Holy crap. I think we got to be second last in the NHL, if we're being honest. And Thatcher Lewis just keeps getting worse. You know what I mean? Oh, that's insane. There is no reason for this. 34, 42, and 6. That is criminal. Dylan Cousins did fine. He had 59 points. He was a minus 22. That is wild. But the only nice thing about that is he's actually taking a pay cut after this. Josh Anderson was fine again. I think a lot of these guys we just move for draft picks. You know what? I said this episode's going to be really long. I think it's not. I think the next episode's going to be really long. Because you know what? This group ain't going to get it done. This is 4 years. We have 6 playoff games in 4 years. I think you got to... Did he come back again or something at the end? It's like they're looking like, oh yeah, he had this great finish. Sorokin didn't look too bad by the end of it. You know, by the end of the season, he had a 908, 2.96. I'm sure that's somewhere around league average. And for a backup, that's fine. Man, like this was a criminally bad year for a team that should not be bad. I meant to go place there. Second last. If we would have been able to get Boston's pick, it's like if we had Boston's pick, we could very well, we would most likely have the 4th pick at the draft. Our pick, number 2, I just freaking bet you the Ottawa Senators win the draft lottery with our pick. I promise you. Either the Devils or the Soo Snow get the number 1 pick. And with the number 1 pick, it's like... Oh, they're going to get a playmaker, a young, cheap playmaker that we need desperately. Goals for per game in the National Hockey League. We were 6th worst in the NHL for goals for per game at 2.74. We had the 6th highest goals against per game. Our power play did not rank in the top 10. Our penalty kill did not rank in the worst 10. So we actually had a pretty damn good penalty kill. We just didn't have an amazing power play. Oh, man. We just didn't score enough. Home record was terrible. We were above 500 on the road. That's the thing. We're going to go till the regular season is complete. And we made it into the playoffs again. We're looking real solid in the minors. I want to see if anybody grew by the end of the year. D-Mac, 76 overall. You know he's coming to the NHL next year. D-Mac is coming to the NHL. Leonardo Pete could very well do it, man. He was the 11th overall pick. He is a playmaking center. DeAndre Claremont, I would love for him to come to the NHL. Don't know that it happens next year or anything. After that, I mean, who else do we really have, right? You know, we got DeFazio. Is Noah Mayer one of ours? Yeah, he was a 7th round pick. Braden DeFazio was a 4th round pick a couple of years ago. Like, those guys aren't coming up, you know? In net, Oleg Moroza is coming to the NHL next year. All right, man. 78 overall. I can dig it. I can deal with it. Kapitanov, 75. Who we have scratched? We have Sergei Bykov. Very well could be the starter in the AHL next year. Alan McShane, I can pretty much lose you whenever. So what we're going to do is we're just going to advance day one at a time. See how everybody does. There's a win. There you go. Hogwash there. Freaking getting her done. There's a loss. There's a win. Yeah, they're up 2-1. One more win. They're in the second round. Nope. Tied up at 2. Winner takes all. And they made it. Okay, up against the Marlies. Second round. They're up 1-0. Oh, they're up 2-0. 2-1. 3-1. Okay, come on, man. 4-1. They're in the third round of the playoffs. D-Mac leading the parade. There you go. Holy crap-a-moly. AHL playoff round complete. Going up against Lehigh Valley. Isn't that what that is? They're up 1-0. There you go. Tied at 1. Up 2-1. My God. Central Scout rankings. I'm too depressed to look at them. We're up 3-1. Jesus Christ. 3-2. And we won that. Okay, so we're in the finals against the Texas Stars. Us and the Texas Stars are the juggernaut teams. So we're down 1-0. We're down 2-0. We always get spanked by Texas. Head coach replaces player. Well, it's 2-1, so we're in it. We're doing better already than we did last time. Tied at 2. Could we win the goddamn championship? No, down 3-2. And yeah, the Texas Stars, I think, have won back-to-back Calder Cups. So now we just got to wait for the Stanley Cup to be awarded. Well, YouTube, we've decided you are an integral part of our organization, have decided to offer you $3.38 million a year for 5 years. I'll take it on. Where the hell are... Oh, yeah, we're way down at the... Whoops. Soo Marie Snow, baby. Dylan Cousins, Tyson Barrie, and Jake Gensel are the number one guys. I think this team needs to get a little cheaper. The Calgary Flames won the Stanley Cup, so that makes a lot of sense. $94.5 million salary cap. I am just going to sim ahead to right before the draft. I want to just see how everybody grew. You know what I mean? I want to see where that pick ended up. Where did our draft pick end up, man? It was the number 1 pick. Oh, my God. I knew that was going to happen. I knew that was going to happen. As soon as I looked at the goddamn standings, as soon as I saw the standings, I was like, Ottawa's going to win the goddamn draft lottery. And Boston's going to get 4th. I called it. Oh, man. This is worst case scenario. It really is. This really is. Now Ottawa has the number 1 pick and the number 12 pick. Man, that's absolutely catastrophic. That is impossibly bad. But the thing is, that's what happens when you put the difficulty on like max. You know what I mean? Max out the difficulty, 10 out of 10 attribute effects, stuff like that. It's like, man, that's when it gets really hard to win. So I want to take a look here and see what we got going on. Tyson Barrie, I think we move on from him. I am considering trading Thatcher Lewis. I'm considering getting rid of Thatcher Lewis. Colton Parayko might end up being just a top 4 guy. Sam Reinhart might end up going. I mean, 9.2 is just too high. Josh Anderson might end up going. Romanov, let's see how he did, first of all. He had 23 points, so kind of a step down year. He might drop down to 83. He still wants $5.3 million a year. Silverberg, I mean, he had 60 points, but he's not scoring. Pavel Zacha had 38 points on the third line. I'm never going to say no to that. Isaac Ratcliffe had 23 points. I said if he got 15 points, I'd be happy. Or 15 goals, I'd be happy. Jeremy Roy, 38 points in the minors. Probably going to move on from him. Probably going to move on from Sonny at this point. 2.1 for a fourth liner is too much. Mike Riley does not want to come back. So we got some decisions to make here, man. Cousins, I'm actually paying him over $1 million less a year now. You know what I mean? So that's a good thing. But yeah, I think Tyson Barrie's gone. Honestly, I think Thatcher Lewis and Sam Reinhart might be gone. Let's save some cash here and let's start bringing up some of these rookies. I mean, you know what I mean? Look at this. Mester, 81 overall. He's 19 years old. He's a 6th round pick. He is 81 overall. I could make him a goddamn top 6 forward straight out of the draft. Straight out of when he comes to the NHL. A 6th round pick. He could be 85 overall next year. I don't know. D-Mac. D-Mac is coming to the NHL next year. He's going to be in the National Hockey League. After him, I think Shish Kebab can stick around. Getz, I think, is gone. Connor Bedard is going to be coming up. He didn't grow for whatever goddamn reason. Leonardo Pete, probably coming up to the NHL. I think you go full offense and just stack your blue line. Oh, Lindgren did grow. Yeah, 2nd round pick. He's now 73 overall. He's good and fast. His puck skills never got better. His durability and discipline got better. His shot is lethal. When he comes up, Kalle Lindgren is a bottom 6 player who is a freaking defensive specialist. Oh my God. Topi Sivonen finally grew. He's finally growing a little bit anyway. Kavanovs. Really excited to see what Dmitry Kavanovs can do. But I think, you know what? Stop trying to win now if it's just not meant to happen. Oleg Moroza can come up this year. We can try and grow him from nothing, you know. Capo Kakinen. Might hang on to him for one more year. I think Ilya Sorokin is likely leaving then. Man, we got a lot of decisions to make, but we got a lot of young talent that's going to be coming up. So I think we got to really thin the herd out. We got to really shed some money. I want to trade back into this first round in some way. I want to very quickly. We'll go view draft class. So I'm not getting him. We know that. I'm not going to get Koivisto. Kyler Betts is a player that's going to Ottawa. You know, Dakota Anderson. Where was this guy? Yeah, Kalle Zibanejad. Might go for the number 7 pick. So he's the guy that I would like to look at. Hanula is another guy I wouldn't mind looking at. Yeah, Kalle Lack. There's a lot of Calais on this. He's another one. Look at this. Number 14. NHL ready. I imagine he's probably high top 9. Something like that. I would be willing to move a lot of guys, man. Brandon Hurd, 3 years out. Another defenseman. Get some defensive Oh, here you go. Michael Ozelinch, 2-way defenseman. No weakness except for team utilization. I don't give a shit about that. 3 years out. Low elite. Left defender. 2-way defenseman. Yep, there's a guy you go for. Christopher Lampkin. What else do you got? 5 years out. He's like, that's it. Mike Smith. Mauricio Talaxon. What a goddamn name. This looks like it's a stacked freaking draft. I swear to God, the goddamn game does this on purpose. Aldrich Kuba. What a name. No weakness. 3 years out. Low elite. Goddamn. So I want him. Yeah, we're shredding this team. This team's getting gutted. This team is getting absolutely gutted this year. Medium elite left defensive defenseman. He's got no strength. Don't care. He's a steal. There you go. Clint Eastwood? Nah, Cristiano Eastwood. Tommy Vitaluoma. 6 foot left defender. He's an overager. He says he's got no strength. He's probably like 48 overall or something. But you know what? We'll take a gamble on him. It's pick number 67. Anyway, I am going to end this episode here before I cry in a corner. We're tearing it apart, and we're going to build from the ground up, and we're going to get some homegrown friggin' boys on this team, man. Anyway, that is going to do it for year 4. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you haven't already. There's new videos coming all the freaking time. And until next time, you beautiful melon farmers, have a good one.